Salutations everyone, this is Razor bringing you guys a tournament recap and analysis video for Smash and Splash 2019 Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, where MKLeo won another tournament going only Joker without dropping a set, very few games, a dominant top 8. It was another incredible feat from Mr. Number 1 in the world, but the other storyline starts at the bottom of top 8 with Wizrobe finishing in a top 8 for Smash Ultimate and Melee, the first person to do so, doing some Mewtwo King shit a la like 2006 with Melee and Brawl, doing it with Ultimate and Melee, winning Melee, the first Falcon major win in like 15 years, through winner's side as well, beating the number 1 in the world, Hungrybox, double elimination. It was crazy, but what a fantastic top 8 it was. Only a couple surprises there at the bottom, with Wizzy making his best Ultimate finish in a major, and he hasn't finished in a top 8 that wasn't Melee since like 2015. What the Fox? And also Smash and Splash. I think he was like 3rd in Smash and Splash there as well. For Smash 4, we also had Nakat. You know, surprise. Wasn't expected to finish this well, but Tweak was knocked out early. Wizzy doing the deed, and Tweak ended up finishing at 33rd, tied for 33rd. Let me see that. Yeah, tied for 33rd with Wario, Roy, Joker, Young Link. Crazy. So MKLeo with the victory. Samsora making an incredible losers run there with Peach, Daisy, and bringing out the Palutena there at the end. You had Ally with another strong showing with hit only Snake, probably the best character in the game after this, after the 3.1 patch. Be exciting to see tournaments using this patch. And then you have Mars, still can't sleep on the kid. He's still a top 5 player in Ultimate, and with Zero Suit Samus. And then you have Void. Pichu not getting it done for him. He's probably going to be switching to Joker. He pulled out the Sheik a little bit, which we know he loves, and has gotten some love from the 3.0 patch, but still not going to be good enough. And you also have DeBuzz rocking the Olimar. Switching to Rosalina and Luma, little callback, something we haven't seen in a top 8 from him in Ultimate thus far, and also some Paulo there as well. And of course, as I mentioned before, rounding out top 8, they're tied for 7th. Nakat with the Pichu, and Wizrobe with Wolf. So we're gonna start out with Samsora versus Nakat. Samsora punching his ticket by beating Luis, Leon, and Salem. Nakat coming all the way through losers bracket, a deep run, beating Darkshad, Jen, Yeti, Schroeder, Nairo, and Mr. E. An incredible losers run from Nakat, but it had to be ended by the man with the most incredible losers run from top 8 loser semis, Samsora. Both players coming out with newly nerfed characters in the live version, so this will be the last tourney we see these two characters at full power from now. Samsora with the Peach and the Daisy. I believe they rocked the Daisy only against Nakat here, and then of course you have Pichu with Nakat. First 2 games were just classic Pichu as we know it in Ultimate. Kept Samsora off stage, forcing ledge options that Nakat was ready for time and time again, juggling on stage. It was just a rough time for Samsora those first 2 games, but Samsora started to catch on in game 2. Wasn't falling for the same things, but Nakat's air dominance had not changed in game 2. Game 3, Samsora's download was completing. He's one of the best at adapting to the matchup for over a year now, since we saw him dominating so many matchups in Wii U with Peach, an underrated character, and now with Peach and Daisy, possibly the best character in Ultimate, at least in this build. His aerial prowess change, that's what needed to happen, and that's what he did. He had the up air juggles, float cancels into back air for kills, and even a hard read Daisy bomber. Game 4, much more the same. More turnups with plenty of room in town and city, and the float cancel bears were back again. It was just too much. Samsora just decided after going down 2-0, he was never going to get hit in the air again, and he didn't. Obviously, you have float to keep things unpredictable, but the dare prevents some chasing and without aerial strings, Pichu is forced to fight the ground game, and that is where Daisy is gonna win that fight time and time again. Hit him with the crown, Samsor gets the reverse 3-0 and moves on. Next up, Wizrobe versus Dabuz. Don't have to tell you what Wizrobe did to get here, but it's still insane. He beat Tweak and Scat to get here. Was sent to losers by Ally, but still a top 8 finish nonetheless. Super incredible. Then he went on to win Melee Grand Finals from winner's side, beating Leffen, Amsa, and double eliminating Hungrybox, all with Captain Falcon, which hasn't been done in like 15 years or some shit. Dabuz was sent to losers by Shoyo James 3-0, and then went on to beat Great Gonzalez and Lights to get into loser side of top 8. Many speculated this particular matchup was going to be bad for Wizzy because Olimar is one of those matchups you really need experienced against to beat because he's such a quirky character and you need to know all the intricacies of Olimar to beat a top level Olimar. But Wizzy, I'm sure, knows his stuff. He is Mewtwo King's son after all. Wizzy relying a lot on Nair, dash attack, and tomahawk grabs in neutral, but Dabuz can easily rack up damage and exploit that poor recovery of Wolf. Regardless, Wizzy made it close in game 1, going to last stock apiece before Olimar's kill throw proved better than Wolf's kill throw, being a key difference in the exchanges of those last 2 stocks. Game 2 showed the true nature of this matchup as Olimar's damage, use of purple Pikmin to kill, and snuffing out Wolf. Wolf had to rely on his broken up smash, but in the end, Olimar showing why he wins this matchup. After the 2-0 lead, the crowd was chanting 3.1, patiently waiting for Olimar's nerfs to come into tournament play, where his hurt box is now bigger than his shield. Fun fact, just like Game & Watch in Melee, so we'll see what happens with that. And game 3 was the most one-sided of the set as the 3-0 turned even harder into Dabuz's favor with that spike finish and the 2 stock. Then we have, on the winner's side, we have Ally versus Void. So Ally beat Wizzy, Leon, and Pandarian to get here. Void defeated Light, Nairo, and Dark Wizzy. More Snake, more grenade spam, and more Pichu, before he gets nerfed. So don't know why Snake was untouched in this latest patch considering what he's been doing, but okay, here we go. Of course, we have different Snakes out there, and with Pichu's speed, it limits what is safe for Snake to go for. If Snake had any lag at all, am I right? With such a combo heavy character as Pichu, it is easily disrupted against Snake merely due to the presence of all those grenades. They remain on the stage or in Snake's hand, and Void can only get in a hit or 2 without the grenade blowing up and either ending the combo or hitting both of them, which of course benefits Snake because he's a very heavy character and Pichu's like the lightest. It would reset neutral and force him to shield in any other case because the grenade was about to blow, and once again resetting neutral, the grenade in any capacity was doing wonders for Snake as it always does, but particularly in this matchup very important right here because of the combos that we know Pichu has to rely on. But Void was keeping it close, however, because he was getting Ally, just had the answer, finishing with down smash to win game 1 and absolutely dominating game 2 with all that literally explosive pressure. Fighting Snake, you have to cover 2 grenades, be aware of where the C4 is, avoid the Nikita missile that's probably falling down on you, and or the up smash mortar, and somehow not get hit by whatever Snake himself is doing, whom has more kill moves than non-kill moves. So it's going to be a rough matchup pretty much no matter who you are. Void had to switch after that, and he goes with the new toy Joker. But in this matchup, you don't have the immaculate Pichu recovery, so Void is going to have to be very good with his recovery against Ally and a character who's really good at exploiting for recoveries. Nikita closed out the first stock in that game, but Void was not deterred and it was able to bring it back. While the grenades are insane, they are still a threat to put Snake in a bad spot as well if he is forced to stay back when they're about to explode around him, or if they're held in his hands. And after one self-imposed explosion, Ally was in disadvantaged state and Void was able to take an entire final stock to stay alive. You could call it bad luck, you can call it comeuppance, but regardless, Void sticks with Joker, having much more success than he did with Pichu. But success or not, Arsene or not, Snake is still too much for Void to handle. He brought it to the final stock, but Ally's lead was too big and Arsene was not on deck, and the edge guards are too free for Snake. Ally takes it 3-1. Then we have Leo versus Mars. So now time for Mr. Joker, MKLeo, whom beat Salem and Samsora to get here. And Mars took out Shoyo James and Seth to punch his ticket. So Leo's Joker is no joke. The first to win a major with Joker, and while he might not be the last, he is the best at this juncture, showing why quickly with the 3 stock in game 1. He knows what Mars wants. Joker's speed much better than Zero Suit's. He can outplay in the neutral and with punish maybe better than any other character in the game. ZSS can be one-dimensional, and when you miss your guarantees, you can lose it all, especially when you SD early, but Mars is still Mars. He didn't come all this way to show off his Panda Global pajamas on stream. He came here to continue winning and gets a spike to even it up at a final stock apiece. However, disadvantage in percent, his regression was too much for Leo in the end. No room to breathe, and a boot to the face, Mars comes back to even things up at a game apiece. Leo now having to take this a bit more safer in the matchup after Mars showing how quick the matchup can flip for either character. Things get heated instantly in game 3 with both players playing the matchup optimally in tandem. Leo getting very early kills with the up smash and Mars getting the edge guard completed to the fullest, but last stock Leo has the percent advantage and gets the game. Game 4, Mars goes to Anova, and that was seemingly a big mistake. Leo had the game from front to back, the gun controlling ZSS's recovery, just completely killing it and keeping Mars on the platforms on Anova, keeping him in the air. That's not where Zero Suit wants to be, especially against Joker. Mars gets 1 kill before he sides. That's good enough for me. Bounces out and into loser's bracket. Leo moves on to face Ally. And then we have Void versus Samsora. Void keeping with the Joker for this matchup against Samsora, who went with Peach. Samsora out of the gate with advantage here, keeping Void off stage and hitting Joker with that dummy thick booty of justice. Samsora with a quick SD to start things off in game 1, but Void didn't come close to getting a stock himself, and Samsora gets a 2 stock victory, forcing Void to go back to his boy Pichu. Game 2, much closer, which isn't saying much, but Void at least brings it to 1 stock apiece before the small mouse get hit with that ass. That aerial game was really just on point for Samsora. Lots of wig throwing with that fair, and the dare giving Void the same issues that Nakat had. Samsora just has this matchup down at this point in bracket, and Void desperately goes to Sheik, whom he's increasingly used so much since the 3.0 buffs, however, not in tourney thus far. Having some renewed faith in his Smash 4 main, he's able to get 89% off of Peach before getting hit himself, yet still loses the first stock, answers back with an up smash of his own to even it right up. It ended being the closest game of the match, but Sheik can't kill, and Peach's back throw hasn't been nerfed yet in this version of the game, and Samsora gets the 3-0. Void, your returning champ from Wii U, using Sheik, brings her back in a new game, but can't do enough against Ultimate Princess. Then we have Mars versus Dabuz, Olimar versus ZSS. These two used to facing each other a lot, but Dabuz usually using Rosalina in the Smash 4 days, but they're still both using very familiar characters. Mars doing a very impressive job at merely just avoiding the Pikmin throws, and therefore pretty much all of Olimar's damage. Mars giving Olimar more trouble than I maybe have ever seen in Ultimate, at least to this degree. Mars just not making an issue of those little veggies and just taking it to the captain himself. Mars with the crazy 2 stock in game 1, Dabuz actually does switch back to his old main Rosalina, shocking everybody in the venue, having relying heavily on Olimar in Ultimate, especially in top 8s, but look at it this way, Dabuz knows the Rosa ZSS matchup better than maybe any matchup in Wii U, having faced Mars and Nairo a million times, especially towards the end. Of course, neither character is seen as strong in Ultimate, but Rosa getting hit with more nerfs between games, it was still the better choice in hindsight, taking Mars to the final stock before falling this time. Not super close, and maybe because of that, Dabuz switches yet again in game 3 to Palutena, similar to game 2, Dabuz seems to have a stronger start, but Mars ends up taking the first stock and doesn't drop the lead until the final stock. Mars has the call out back airs from ledge to kill, and Dabuz has 2 explosive flames to cover the ledge himself for 2 stocks. So final stock apiece, last hit situation, Mars gets the up smash to take out the third character of the set and 3-0's Dabuz. Then we have Ally versus MKLeo. Ally on a big run these past couple of tourneys, winning Pound most notably with Just Snake. Best Snake in the world. MVD had a good run at the beginning, but there ain't no grass to park on here. This is a water type tourney, and Ally is out here on winner's side. Leo, though, of course, the best in the world, going solo Joker for the second tourney in a row and finding even less troubles. His only struggles at this point in the tournament coming from the Pokemon Trainer player Wishes, which you might have seen some highlights of on Twitter. Ally started off strong with the first stock, calling out those defensive options and utilizing the insanely strong dash attack to get the first stock, but from there, Leo had the juggles, drag down airs were up here for real. Leo getting resets off of them and also into the up smash to get the kill. Anyone who's saying Joker is a Sheik clone better try Sheik for a hot second, because she can't do any of these combos or kill for shit, but Joker has all of that on lockdown. Joker doesn't seem to need Arsene, as he's shown all tournament with Leo. Arsene's just a bonus at this point. He still wins every game without the persona. Game 2, even more dominant, Ally left with no options. Leo had the callouts with the aerials in every case. Game 3, 15 seconds and Arsene is out, and Arsene with the double dare getting the quickest of kills. Leo took advantage of Snake's grenades, something no other character can do, by Joker's utilization of the down special Rebel's Guard to get Arsene super duper early and get to work even earlier, getting quicker damage and quicker kills with a quicker Arsene. Ally was able to rally back the lead, but Leo would not be defeated unless it was to himself, and SD's the final stock, too afraid to get hit by that Nikita missile, giving Ally a chance to even things up. But game 4, Ally is still at it, landing more grenades and calling out Leo twice with those up tilts for kills, but in the final stock, Leo had a big percent lead and could wait patiently under those platforms, waiting to land all the up smashes in the world, and Leo takes it 3-1. Then we have, in what is becoming an ultimate classic, we have Mars versus Samsora. Peach and Zero Suit, a close game 1. Mars going too deep for the edge guard to lose the first stock, but Mars brings it back, zeroing out those approaches from Samsara, able to snuff out the turnip pulls or out of a float. The Zera very important in this matchup. Even without a projectile versus a turnip puller, it gives ZSS a better ranged game in this matchup, especially when it's a smaller stage. Mars setting up for up smashes and back airs were his B&B setups to kill, while Samsora had the juggles with the up airs, the turnip nairs, and of course the old float and crown slap. Both games 1 and 2 rather close, with Samsora taking both, barely taking the second game after both players were whiffing game-ending blows on all of those punishes, but Samsora up on top. Game 3, more of the same, pretty much down to the final stock, lots of up airs from Mars, but no way to close out those combos with kills, with boost kick like he could in Smash 4, and Peach has that booty, so that can close out anybody. Samsora takes it 3-0. And then we have Samsora versus Ally, Peach versus Snake. Quite the interesting matchup here, as these two showed. Samsora has the tools to avoid the explosives, even clank with Nikita missiles using the Peach Bomber, you know, explosive against explosive, if you will, and Peach can go out there or up there to go after recovering Snake's up special. The ability to contest Snake is not something that a Snake player is used to, and those two parts of the equation, avoiding the nades and being able to contest that recovery, allowed Samsora to dominate game 1. Game 2, Ally gets the first stock on the top platform of Battlefield with an up tilt, but it was all Samsora from there, forces Ally to recover, floats up high, waited for the up air opportunity or even the parasol, and Snake can pull nothing when he's in the air. No grenades are going to help you up there. The matchup looked to be on lock for Samsora. More of the same in game 3, a parasol off the top for stock 1, up air for stock 2, and the up smash for stock 3. All the ways to send up ally Samsora found a way. And that brings us to grand finals. Samsora versus MKLeo. You have the #1 in the world on winner's side in MKLeo, and Samsora, whom came through on a crazy dominant loser's run through top 8 outside of that first set in the cat where he needed a reverse sweep. It was all 3-0s from there. Crazy story either way on who wins this, but this story was already written. We saw it last week. Dominates an entire tournament using only Joker, and grand finals was far from a competitive fight. First stock, game 1, 0 to death. It was a 3 stock in less than 2 minutes. Joker didn't even reach 140%. Joker was tossing that princess all over the place. Game 2, Samsora switches to Palutena. It was a desperate pick, and Samsora was going for desperate options, trying to get the quick kill on the final boss that is MKLeo, and he was punished for it hard. Down air, up air, back air, all for kills for Joker. Leo was too fast and covered every landing for a respectable Paulo pick from Samsora, considering what he was able to only do with his Peach in game 1, and then game 3, another 3 stock. Leo didn't even take 100%. It was the quickest set in all of top 8. That's just how good Leo is, and people need to stop disrespecting Joker's toolkit, because now he's won 2 straight S tier tournaments and comfortably. So it'll be interesting to see what this new patch does to Pichu, to Peach and Daisy, to Wolf, and other characters that people thought were really good, or you have characters like Snake and Joker, which have been really dominant in these past few tournaments, now are going to have less competition. So it'll be interesting to see what Void does. He says he's switching off of Pichu. Is he going to go solo Joker? Are more people going to pick up Joker? Yes to both, but either way, congrats to Wizzy making it to top 8 in 2 different tournaments, and with Wolf too, which nobody is really doing nowadays. And obviously big ups to MKLeo, not dropping a set, winning it easily. #1 in the world.